We are in this together. We have lost our hair together. Wherever you are in the world, if you're watching this, you're not alone. My name is Gabby, and I have alopecia. I've struggled with this fact for over 10 years, and 3 months ago, I decided to do something about it, and I got an FUE hair transplant. What I didn't know is what would happen next. I didn't realize the steps that it would take and the emotional toll it would have on me in the attempt to get my beautiful full hair back. This is 3 months post-op. This is my story. Hey you guys, this video is gonna look so different today. I am in the process of moving and we staged our house. It was like the most stressful thing ever and everything had to go because our house is a little too small for our family. So literally everything had to go to my sister's house, which means that I don't have a camera, I don't have a mic, I don't have any lighting. So I'm filming this on my phone right now. I know my quality is normally a lot better than this, but I cannot put off this video any longer because I have been getting so many DMs on Instagram about my hair transplant experience, wanting to know where I'm at, what's going on with everything. And so it's time for me to just do this for you guys and not be so obsessive with everything being so damn perfect. I am just like a serial perfectionist and I'm such an overachiever, and sometimes I think that gets in my way with YouTube because I can't just be candid. I have a really hard time just talking to you guys without just planning every single second of the content. So I want to be more vulnerable with you because this hair loss journey is a difficult one and I want to be able to take you guys with me in my real life, and I feel like this whole series has been a lot more real and a lot less planned. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about my hair transplant, how things are looking, where things are at. And if you have any questions, you can DM me for sure on Instagram at glamgirlgabby, follow me there, or you can always send me a message in the comment section. I try to answer as many comments as I possibly can because it's really important to me that we are a community and that we are in this hair loss journey together. It's been, next to 3 months that I got my procedure done, and it's been a really crazy experience. I'm gonna break down for you guys what kind of happened, what went down. So I kind of idiotically went into my FUE hair transplant without doing like any research. I don't know. I read about it for 5 minutes, thought it wasn't going to be a big deal and went for it. I didn't know that there was, that you had to shave such a huge donor area in the back of your head. And that was like super traumatic for me because I'm so self-conscious about having such fine hair. I'm a hairdresser. Hair is like my whole life. It's my identity. After I had all of that shaved, I freaked the hell out, like cried like crazy about it, called my best friend crying, cried on the way home from surgery. It was just like this whole thing. And so I didn't know how the donor area would grow back. And this has been my number one question from everyone who is experiencing this or wants to experience this. How's your donor area? How's your donor area? You guys know that I had a lot of pain in my donor area. There was a lot going on there. So it's been 3 months. I have absolutely no pain in my donor area, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. It is growing back so thick, so full. I've got about an inch, maybe even a little bit more of growth now. So what I ended up having to do, because my hair was long and my hair is fine, I shortened my hair up quite a bit because I need the donor area and the length of my hair to become one. They need to catch up. So I did want to leave my hair longer because I felt like, because my hair in the back is actually pretty full, I just felt like when it got longer, there would be like really thick, short hair with a demarcation to longer fine hair, and I thought that would be really weird. So I got my hairdresser Maddie to like chop it off, completely chop it off, give me a little balayage, take it from like less blonde to a richer color because richer hair tends to look thicker. So I went away from the blonde, got back to more of like my natural with some like little honey tones through it, and I just did a really blunt bob. The blunter your haircut, the thicker your hair looks. If you are doing a hair transplant, I really suggest cutting your hair more even shoulder length if you don't want to go as short as me, and blunt the hell out of it and maybe go a little bit in a richer tone, because that's going to make it look thicker. That's going to give you the illusion that it's thicker. So now that it's shorter, I feel like this back section is going to catch up in no time, you know, within a year, and then I can let it grow long and healthy. Now here's the kicker. This is what you need to know. This is the real tea. Your transplant area, so not the donor area, your transplant area, it goes through a lot, to say the least. So I've been noticing within the last month or so that I've been getting some kind of ingrown pimples that are quite swollen and sore, and when I squeeze them, a follicle comes out. So my husband is freaking out. It's been so long, I don't think I can do damage to the follicles anymore, but I mean, you shouldn't do that anyway. But he keeps telling me, like, do not touch it, like, leave it, let them nestle in there. It's very common to get breakouts in your transplanted area because the hair's trying to break through and you're basically getting like ingrown hairs. But the one thing that I knew, but I didn't think would happen as much is shock loss. Shock loss is basically when the hair around your transplant area, and I believe in your donor area as well, goes through so much trauma because of the surgery that it all just like releases from your head and you get like a lot more baldness. So I don't have that in my donor area at all, but I've been noticing on my sides that I am significantly thinner than before I got the transplant. So before I got the transplant, I could totally wear my hair half up in like in ponytails. I did it all the time. I did videos about, I have a whole playlist on ponytails. I like love ponytails. So I would wear my hair and I put a little bit of like a powder, and I could wear my hair up and no one really knew because I could just cover it. But I'm finding now with my hair, like I really can't wear it up because the actual area where my hair was transplanted is so unbelievably thin now that it's like bald. And so I had a follow-up appointment with Dr. Goldberg, who is my transplant doctor, who I just love. And he just said, like, don't even stress about that. That's completely normal. Shock loss is hugely normal. It's completely fine. It's just the area has undergone so much trauma. The hair is nestled in there, but it's not growing yet. And a lot of the hair around it just kind of released, but it will grow. So it's temporary hair loss. That's the one thing that you really have to keep in mind. There's a difference between like permanent hair loss and temporary hair loss, and shock loss is temporary hair loss. It will come back. So from all the research I've done, talking to my doctor, talking to Matt Dominance, he also let me know that it's the 4-month mark. The 4-month mark, everything starts to grow. So I have 1 more month left, and I will update you guys when all of that starts happening. The doctor told me that it's gonna start as like really fine kind of baby hair, and then eventually it's going to really thicken up and it's gonna be like beautiful thick hair that I have like everywhere else. This experience is one where you need to have patience. You need to have patience in knowing that your hair is going to grow back. You need to have patience in knowing that your hair is going to look way worse before it looks way better. You need to have patience in knowing that you might have to cut your hair so that the gap between the donor area growing and your actual hair isn't so big. So knowing all of that and getting into it, you know, it's going to help you in this journey. A lot of you guys have asked me, like, is it worth it? Did you find it worth it? And like, I can't answer that right now because I don't have the hair yet. It hasn't started growing in yet. Is it worth it? It probably will be worth it. But right now in this immediate moment, I'm still going through the aftermath of healing and getting everything to start working. So it is a ride and it takes a lot of patience, but follow my journey, subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep you guys posted on every single part of it. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and thank you for your patience with having a little bit of a different video quality for this video. I'll be back up and running in no time. If you want to know more about me and you want to learn about my hair loss story, or you want to see my experience getting my hair transplant, then check out these videos next. I'll see you next week. Bye.